Hello class, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on setting up your blog in blogger.com. It's pretty simple to do, so just follow me and we'll get you set up. First thing you're going to do is create your blog. There's a button in the middle here. It says create your blog, so please do that. And then it's going to ask you to use a Google account. If you have a Google email address, you'd want to go ahead and use that, but you can use another account. You can use your Owens email if you want to keep everything separate. That's fine too. So I'm going to use my Owens account. And if you use your Owens account, it'll ask you to set up the email and the password for it. So mine already had it here, so I didn't have to do those steps, but you might have to set up a password for it. And then for the name of your blog, I'd like you to use your full name, and you can say, in my case, it would be Michelle Arbogast's blog. So please title it that way so I know whose blog it is. So I'm just going to type that and then click next. And then it's going to ask you for your address. So this is the web address, and this one is free. So again, you can just say your last name and see if it will allow you to do that. You may have to use a number, just like the other accounts that you set up online. There might be 1,000 Arbogast. So I'm going to say Arbogast blogspot.com, and it says that this address is not available. So I'm going to put the year. And it does give me that. So again, anything that you can do to make this address work for you, that's fine. I could do, Arbogast 101. I could do, again, 2021 is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to click next. So this will be the address of your blog. It always ends with .blogspot.com. So make sure you write down the address of your blog. You'll be able to find it later, but just so you know. And then how you want your name displayed. And again, all this can be changed a little bit later, but I'm going to say Dr. Michelle Arbogast. Oops, let's spell it correctly. So that looks good. And then I'm finished. And what you'll see is Michelle Arbogast blog over here. And it'll give you some notices about how to, different things about courtesy in your blogs and basically all the rules of netiquette. So you are a responsible, ethical person in creating and using your blog. So the other nice thing is then I can set up a theme. So how do you want your blog to look? And you can see there's lots of different themes here. Some of them may require a purchase. So just use one that looks good to you that is free. So you can try them out, and they're all a little bit different. So I kind of like this one. So it's set up a little bit of color. I kind of like that a little bit here. They have different versions of the same theme, but I kind of like that. Let's check one more time, see if there's anything else. Some are for, you can see the reasoning behind them. So Emporio is more for like restaurants, and then they have notable. But I kind of like the ones up top there. There's some simple blogs. Oh, this one's nice. This one's nice because it looks a little bit like the red in Owen. So I'm going to do that. You can also customize. So how do you want it to look? You can see that you can remove this little image in the background. You can change the color. You can change the image in the back. We're not going to do any of that right now. If you want to play with that and add some images, change the image, that's fun. That's fun to check around and do. I'm not requiring it, but you'll see there's a home and then there's the post that I would be posting. So yeah, feel free to play around with some of it. But for now, this looks good. So I can get rid of this. And yeah, there's my blog. I like it. I like it a lot. So that's all good. I'm going to go back. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. It says some gadgets may be visible, which is fine. So that's our theme. And then our layout is that there's a navigation bar, there's a header, and there's some other little areas here. So as you notice, my posts will be on the left. The featured posts and popular posts, my most popular posts will show up at the bottom here. And then anything that I want to feature will post here. And then I can add what they call gadgets. So there's news feeds, there's other things that you can add. Again, feel free to play around with those. We're not requiring it for this particular assignment. There's a search. There's I can add my email address if I want my readers to be able to email me. And then there's pages. So there's different pages and so forth. So I can put in a URL if I so choose for email. And again, these are just things that you can test out and try. You don't have to do anything with them. And again, that's really all we really need. Look at the settings. So we are going to make this a private blog. And that's all we really need to change. As we scroll down, there's really nothing else that we need to change. We want to do the privacy because I want this to be visible with just you as the student and me as the instructor. And then we can go to posts. So right now I have no post, but I can add a post. Get rid of these. And the way that I add a post is through new post. And you'll see it's just a word processor. So it looks just like Word or Google Docs. And for our assignment, you would type the title of the assignment at the top, which is My Technology Views. And then the course, EDU 120. And then you can start typing. And it works just like a word processor. So as you can see, I can center some things. I can bold. So there we go. And so on. So this is where you're going to go ahead and type your blog. When you're done, you can take a quick preview of it and how it's going to look. And here's your preview. We'll see the date for my archive of this blog post. You can also see the About Me tab here. So when you go back into your settings, you can put a little bio out there if you would like, so people can see who's blogging. Again, I don't need any of that, but if you would like to do that and set it up, please feel free to explore. We can also see that comments are here. And here's our actual blog. So when I'm done with the preview, I can just click out of the preview. I'm back where I was. I also want to show that there are options to allow commenting, or maybe again, in your own private blog, you really don't want people's comments. It's just an online journal for you. We're going to leave it to allow comments, and that's so I can give you feedback on your blog. So it'll just between you and I. If you want to show your location, that's fine. Again, I don't generally, unless it's something that's actually has something to do or relevant to the blog subject that you're posting about. And then your permalink. So this is the link to this blog post. And this is what you're going to copy, Control-C, copies, and you'll paste as a submission into Blackboard. So this is the link that you're going to submit in Blackboard so I can get to your blog. So once you're ready, your button will say publish. I've already published, and this is simply an update. So if I wanted to update, I would need to make some changes. And once I add more and click update, then you'll see that the changes were saved. So let's go ahead and take another look at this. And there it is. So let's go back one more time here to that very first. This is the preview. This is the original. And let's get that permalink. So I can copy that. And this is for each post. So I'm going to open up another tab. And I'm going to post my link. And this is what your viewers will see. Also, if you're doing this for real, in real life, you could email this post. You could blog it. You could send it to Twitter. You could put it on Facebook, and you could also post it to Pinterest. So when you're looking at people's blogs, again, you can save them if you like the information that's in there. So that's all it is to setting up a Blogger blog account. It's free, and we'll be using this throughout the class.